We need a light.
Screw it!
I'll go first.
Oh, crap!
You okay?
Yeah, hands up high.
Do you have a problem?
Yeah, I got a problem with you.
I love you, buddy.
Vincent, what are you doing here?
She's my daughter, too. See? Problem solved.
Come on, Leo!
Released back in 2018, A Way Out was a fully cooperative action adventure. Developed by Hazelight Studios and published by EA, it is the second video game to be directed by Joseph. The same man that brought us Brothers. Although over time the game has become a commercial success, the game had to compete with the absolute monster of a year for games that was 2018. We had banger after banger after banger after banger. It had a lot of competition. Set in 1972, the game follows Vincent Moriarty, a man who's been incarcerated for fraud and murder and about to serve a 14-year sentence, and Leo Caruso, an orphan gangster who's about to serve 8 years for grand theft, assault and armed robbery. As soon as you start the game, you're given two options. You can either play with two controllers like a sad lonely or with a friend, which is what I did and how I think the game's intended. This is the Platinum for A Way Out. PSN Profile says the game is a 2 out of 10 difficulty, can be completed in one playthrough, and with only 15 trophies the game takes around 7 hours to finish. Starting off, we get some back and forth dialogue between both protagonists, giving us some insight into their histories and personalities. After a slow walking simulator with the added bonus of booty cheeks, we get to see the prison courtyard where the first trophy is obtainable, which we missed. We actually ended up missing a few trophies along the way, but don't worry, we'll come back to them later. After being introduced to some of the game's mechanics, Leo finds himself getting jumped by Mexican Kratos. Vincent steps in and beats a man to death. While in the cafeteria, a thug sent in by the crime boss Harvey tries to murder Leo, but Vincent intervenes, resulting in both of them being sent to the infirmary while the thug is beaten to death after stabbing and killing a prison guard. While in the infirmary, Leo requests Vincent's help to steal a chisel from the office. Vincent complies. After the theft, Vincent senses that Leo is planning an escape and offers to help. Leo initially refuses, but begrudgingly agrees to collaborate when Vincent reveals he has a grudge with Harvey. Leo and Vincent make progress on their escape, stealing sheets to make a rope and smuggling a wrench to open a grating. After using a zipline with a coat hanger, we unlock our first trophy, for setting a bird free. Using teamwork and gathering tools, the two escape from the jail. After evading the police into the wilderness, the two find an empty camp. They take a seat on a rock where our next trophy pops.
Not sure.
Once at the camp, the two act out the most underrated Far Cry game. Vincent reveals that he was once a banker and Harvey had him launder money before murdering his brother as a warning and framing Vincent for the murder. Leo starts telling his story, but is interrupted when a police helicopter flies by, causing both of them to start moving again. This introduces us to my favourite area of the game, the farmhouse. Here, Leo and Vincent find an old couple living in a house. After hog-tying them both up Red Dead style, the pair steal new clothes, a shotgun and a truck, but not before putting on a show, which actually unlocks our next trophy.
Yeah.
And shortly after a tug of the grandfather clock's teats, a secret door opens upstairs and gives us yet another trophy, in the style of the Zelda Easter egg. Once the two finish fixing up the truck, they leave the farmhouse before evading the pursuing police in a vehicle, with Vincent driving and Leo shooting out the back. After crashing the car, the pair jumps into a rowboat and continues to flee downstream. After surviving a waterfall, the duo finds civilization, after which Leo reveals he and Harvey had stolen a valuable gem, the Black Orlov, but when Leo tries selling it, Harvey betrayed him by killing the buyer and escaping with the gem, leading to Leo's incarceration. Arriving at a trailer park in the city, Leo confirms the safety of his wife Linda and his son Alec. It's here where we get access to a bunch of trophies, and our next trophy, for helping a pissed off wife find her husband. Well, this happens. Leo and Vincent then proceed to relive their childhoods and reinforce their bromance, which also happens to unlock our next trophy.
Vincent. Yeah, what? Nothing.
And immediately after, we get another for hitting a home run.
Thanks, I'm
While
done.
Leo speaks to his wife and son, Vincent helps fix Linda's motorbike, which also happens to be our next trophy. Going to a construction site, the pair find Ray, one of Harvey's underlings who works as a construction foreman, and after a chase, capture and torture him to learn Harvey's location, which is Mexico. While Leo contemplates his life choices, Vincent threatens Ray with a nail gun before kicking him off the roof, giving us the managed angle.
Let's get back to business.
Plotting revenge against Harvey, the duo robs a gas station to buy guns from an arms dealer, Jasmine. When the two leave, Jasmine betrays them by giving their location to Harvey. At a telephone booth, Vincent calls Emily, a pilot, and convinces her to let them fly to Mexico. He learns from her that his wife Carol had just gone through childbirth, so the duo agrees to go to the hospital to see her. On their way to the hospital, the boys encounter a hitman sent by Harvey, who they manage to subdue in the process. While here, they decide to take a breather and sit down to watch the moon landing on TV. In doing this, Leo nods off and is transported onto the moon himself, which unlocks our next trophy. After this, Vincent gets to see his newborn daughter Julie, but the pair are forced to leave as police officers surround the building. Leo is captured but manages to escape thanks to Vincent's help. The next day, Vincent and Leo meet Emily at her hangar. At the back of the hangar is an arcade machine. When playing on it, our next trophy is popped. Also, our next trophy can be unlocked straight after this by going to the back and letting Leo take a helicopter for a test drive, before shitting his pants. From here, if we didn't miss any trophies for the first two chapters, then the platinum would have popped, but since we did, let's continue with the story. Emily then flies the men to Mexico, where the two of them make their way to Harvey's mansion. A firefight ensues. After fighting Harvey's guards and eventually Harvey himself, the two overpower Harvey, forcing him to return the Black Orlov. After he attempts to take one of them hostage, they kill him. Escaping with the Black Orlov, Vincent and Leo return to the United States on Emily's plane, but are surrounded by police once they land. An officer takes the Black Orlov from Leo and hands Vincent a gun, revealing that both him and Emily are undercover FBI agents. Leo and Harvey's Black Orlov deal had actually been a sting operation, and their dealer killed was Vincent's brother Gary. Feeling betrayed, Leo subdues Vincent, takes him hostage and hijacks a police car to escape. While trying to avoid a police roadblock, he crashes the car into the water. Both escape the submerged vehicle. Leo is stealing a boat while Vincent is picked up by Emily in a police helicopter. Following a chase where Vincent tries to destroy the engine of the boat, Leo jumps off before it crashes into fuel tanks and runs into a portside warehouse. Emily lands the helicopter and both she and Vincent chase Leo inside. Leo manages to ambush Emily, taking her gun away and ordering her to leave as the fight is between him and Vincent. An arduous gunfight ensues and ends with both men injured, unarmed and exhausted on the top of a roof. Seeing one of their guns nearby, both men try to reach it, but Vincent, being in better condition, is able to grab it first, and I, playing as Vincent, are forced to shoot Leo. The two share a final moment of friendship with a crisp old dap up before Leo dies from his injuries. Following the death of Leo, Vincent returns to Linda's caravan at the trailer park to deliver the sad news, where she kicks him out. Vincent finally returns home and tries to make amends with his wife, telling her he's resigned from the FBI, and she lets him come inside the apartment. That's where this game comes to a somber end. Or does it? If you remember, I mentioned earlier that we missed some trophies along the way, the first one being in chapter 1, where Leo needs to dip 20 times on a bar to win a bet against some inmates. Fortunately, my friend decided to do this one for me, because after just one attempt, my hand was cramping. And the final trophy we need for the platinum is one found in chapter 2, where Vincent has to spin a windmill for like 5 fucking minutes until the trophy pops. Getting this trophy finally awarded us the platinum. Overall, this game was really nice to revisit. I did play it back in 2018 on Xbox, but never fully experienced the game. According to my playtime on PlayStation, it only took me about 6 hours to complete, and if you do this with a friend following a guide like we did, it's really fun time, and I'm surprised there still aren't more games like this now. I definitely recommend anyone to play this game if you haven't, and if you want to go for a fairly straightforward and easy platinum that isn't shovelware, then I'd suggest this.